2024 NSC National Top Learner. In KZN, congratulations to KZN, John Wesley Kosi Bay Private, it's an independent schools, Owethu Shangase. I'm going to request.
My average was 98%.
As a national top achiever of South Africa, what did you decide to study at University of Cape Town? Hello guys, welcome back to Gift Varsity TV. This is your host Gift Pozekana. Please just subscribe. We're almost on 100,000 subscribers. This is the only channel that matters in South Africa. No, I'm mistaken. In Africa, when it comes to universities, right? Subscribe now. Please subscribe. Like this video. Please thumbs up. Give us 20,000, 30,000 thumbs up. Right. As you know that in this channel, I just bring the best. You know, each and every year, I bring the best in the country. So I was like, you know what, let me just start by interviewing the best national top achiever. You saw him on TV, guys. He's with me now. Joshua, my guy.
Yes, bro.
How are you?
I'm good, very good.
Can you please introduce yourself to my viewers there?
My name is Owethu Shangase, known commonly as OA to many. I'm from KZN, from a very small town called Mangoze or Mhlabyalingana, notorious for its, should I say, AI or chemical engineering. But that's not what got me here. I'm currently enrolled at UCT, doing my
Ima.
okay.
That one, guys, you must watch.
Special.
That one we must know after. All right. No. You are here, man.
I'm here.
You know this channel.
Yeah, I know Gift Varsity TV.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why I'm here, the motivation from this channel got me very, very far. Your Melissa Mullers, your Tavi Sings, who's the other guy? Oluetu. I watched all of those videos and they brought me here. Nomfundo, yeah, a lot of them. I watched them and probably why I'm here.
Guys, I want to cry, but it's fine. You see this channel? Yeah. No, I'm glad that you watched it so that they see what we are bringing here is not useless.
It's not useless.
Yeah, because when you see someone manage to do it, it means also you are able.
So guys, please watch the channel. Please, it's worthwhile. You're not wasting your time.
Subscribe.
The motivation you get from this channel, it will take you very, very far.
Yeah. Shangas.
Yeah.
Take us back, high school. Like we know that you were the national top achiever of this country, but we want to take it back now. In high school, which high school did you attend? What subjects were you doing there?
Okay, I went to a high school called John Wesley Kosi Bay private school. It is an independent school, but still under NSC.
Okay.
I took 8 subjects. I did maths, physical sciences. I did isiZulu. It was home language, English, first additional language. Also did accounting. Also did life sciences, and okay, of course, LO, and just for fun, I did tourism.
All right. Okay.
Very serious subject, that one.
Yeah,
Don't
very
take it
serious.
lightly.
Yes. No, my guy. Let's go to the main goal now, so that we understand each. Right.
Yeah.
You are the national top achiever of the country. How did you feel about that?
Yeah. Hey, I was very, very overwhelmed. I was very overwhelmed when the call came in. The call actually came in from my principal. And let me tell you this, I was in a taxi going back home, about a 4-hour drive. I was in a taxi sitting there still waiting because it was not yet 4. The call comes in from, you can imagine at that time I'm very anxious. Any call that comes in from a number that I don't know just gives me that. Okay,
So, you kind of expected this.
I wanted it. I'm not sure if I should say expected after the exam.
Right.
Yeah, after the exam, maybe not expected, but I wanted it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the call comes in from my principal, and immediately I ask him, Principal, please tell me that this is the call that I've been waiting for. Please tell me that it's that call. And he tells me, no, yeah, it's that call. And then I think a few minutes after, the call from the actual department came in, and they told me that you're going there. And I was like, oh, yeah,
Right.
this is just a culmination of goals that I've had for the longest of
Yeah.
time. I think I had that goal since, I'm not sure, even as far as grade 5 even. I was watching the nationals and I was like, okay, that's where I want to go one day. And yeah, it happened.
Oh, let's go. Let's dig deep now. You know that in this channel we are so explicit. You know,
Yeah.
we don't play here, right? We want to know exactly. When you find out that you bet the whole country now, how did you feel now? You
Hey,
managed
that
that
one.
you don't
Hey,
you,
that
you
one,
didn't just receive a call. You were a
Hey.
national top achiever.
Nationals, right? That one was tough because we don't know before. When they call us, they don't tell us anything. So before the event, we're also just stressed like everyone
So
else.
you are wondering.
Yeah, we are also wondering, why am I here? Am I the top achiever for maybe sign language, or why am I here? We are wondering. So yeah, we got there, started with the awards. And at that time, I did not even know that I'm not part of the. So my school is not part of the 5 quintiles. So well, I did not qualify for anything there.
They're not calling your name.
They are not calling my name, and I thought to myself, hey, maybe they just called me to watch everything, to be a spectator. Yeah. So they finish almost all the awards, and then there at the end, they say, now these are the national top achievers, the overall national top achievers. And then from KZN, I'm like, okay, after they finished everyone from KZN, I think I'm the only one who's left. Then they say KZN, then they call out my name. Ah, total disbelief, let me tell you that. I never, even if I thought I could get there, even if there was that small and I believe to say, okay, I can get there, but never in my wildest dreams would have ever thought that I would be the national top achiever. Right. They called me, then I went there, still in disbelief, but I was like, yeah, I made it. God did.
God did.
God did.
Wow, wow, wow. What was your average?
My average was 98%. At least according to my calculations.
Let's go to the highlights of subject. You know what I mean, highlights.
Yeah,
highlights. Highlights. Which subjects were best marks?
I got 300% for, I think, for 3 subjects.
Okay.
That was physical sciences, life sciences, and also LO.
LO.
Yeah.
What was mathematics?
Mathematics did me dirty. Time management in paper 2 killed me, so it ended up being 97.
But it did me dirty.
It did me dirty.
So languages, where were your languages?
My language.
They say I must also ask languages.
Language,
yeah, because languages are very important.
Aspiring national top achievers, languages are very important. I always say languages are the ones that put you there. Those are the ones. Yeah. So I got 90% on the dot for English, and I got 98% for isiZulu. Yeah, I tried.
The tourism one.
Tourism was 99%. Still looking for that 1 mark.
Which one were we forgetting?
Also accounting was also 99%.
Let's dissect the physical sciences one. How did you get 100% in physical sciences?
Physical science is still in disbelief, I should tell you that, because I thought it was easy to get 100% in maths, because I did get 100% for maths in some of the papers during the year. So, but yeah, physics, I'm still in disbelief. But yeah, physical sciences, let me tell you this. Physical sciences, of course, there's theory, then there's calculation. There's the quantitative part of physical sciences. So you must learn to master both. You must learn to master both. I always say you should not be getting definitions. You should not be losing the 2 marks from definitions. So you have to first master the theory part. So what I did before school even starts, I started in December for physical sciences. The first part is to master the theory, and this means reading your notes. This means understanding your notes. When they say Newton's second law states this and that, you must understand what does that actually mean. What does that entail? What are the implications of that? So you have to understand the theory. So this means reading your notes, getting a variety of resources. I think I used resources like Science Clinic, Mind the Gap, books like that. So you have to get a first knowledge for it. Just master your theory, know everything, know every law. Know when they ask it like this, what do they mean? When they ask this, what do they want from you? So that's the first part that you have to master. And I always say, I think the calculation side of physics is not that bad. I think that's the easier part. So you then go into calculation to master calculation. I think in physical sciences, every national top achiever will tell you this: past papers. You can never go wrong with past papers in physical sciences. If you do enough past papers, then it means that you are the problem. So do past papers, do from different provinces, do your free states. I always loved doing free state. Yeah. Also another thing in physical sciences, I think I looked at my grade 10 and 11 marks, and I saw that I struggled a lot with multiple choice questions. And yeah, and I think most of us students, most learners in physical, I'm no longer, yeah, no,
You're
no
a
longer
student.
physical sciences
No.
learner, I'm a
Yeah,
student
yeah,
now.
yeah.
So yeah, I think most learners struggle with multiple choice questions, and I also struggled with multiple choice. So there's a document that I found. I think it is also compiled by Free State. It has almost every multiple choice question that you can ever get.
This year, we decided to create a WhatsApp group with these national top achievers where we assist you with mathematics, physical sciences, and life sciences and give you the study material, NBT preparation, where we'll also guide you towards university application and bursary application. WhatsApp that number to register to join.
Ever get. So I did almost all of those questions, and let me tell you, after that I never got a multiple choice question wrong. I mastered the multiple choice. So master those little parts. Definitions, we should not be even talking about definitions. Multiple choice questions. Yeah, and your calculations, as I said, past papers, past papers. I think Kevin Metz will always do it for you
On YouTube.
on YouTube. Yeah, you find him on YouTube. Kevin Metz. There's also someone called Umlungi Sinkosi. Those who are very good, so you can always try and consult them. And then there are certain books that I'll always recommend. For physical sciences, I would always recommend Science Clinic. That one is very good, straight to the point. Mind the Gap. If you're also looking for just short notes, just trying to understand, also would advise Mind the Gap, and also the booklets that I talked about, the multiple choice question booklets. That one is also very good training. Yeah.
Where do you get this multiple choice booklet?
Multiple choice.
Don't worry, guys. You must be part of the group. Don't worry.
Because I also got it from somewhere. I
Oh,
also got it from somewhere. I'm not sure where. I think it's one of the groups that I joined last year for Matric.
okay.
Yeah,
The
but I
WhatsApp
think
groups.
WhatsApp groups.
Yeah,
Yes.
guys, you must just join
So
my
join-
WhatsApp group to get this pamphlet of question papers. Don't worry. I'll post the details on the community section there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will send me. All right. Let's go to maths.
Yeah, maths, everyone's enemy. Yeah, but you must make him your friend. You must make maths your friend. So I think the most important thing with maths, I would say, is loving maths, because most people and most of us, and I think also at some point in my schooling career, I also had a problem with maths. I hated maths. So first try to love maths, because if you don't love maths, you'll never give it the chance. You'll never give it enough effort, the effort that it requires, the effort that it needs. So I think the most important thing, most pivotal thing, is to just try and develop some sort of love for it. Okay, so that, because that will influence the efforts that you're willing to put in. Okay, so the second thing with maths, okay, I always say consultants and textbooks is also very important, just to get an understanding of the topic. So for example, you're starting with calculus. If you want to understand the formula, what is this, if you want to go what is the formula that we use for first principles, if you want to understand what does it mean, what am I substituting here, what do I need here, and so on. So it would be important, it is important that you consult first the textbook, just try to get the theory, and that will only take you a few hours if you're serious. And then of course you also have the lessons in your class. That will also help. So, and then after that, it's past papers all the way. I will not lie to you. I will not gatekeep. There's nothing special to maths. If you want to master maths, you have to do past papers. You have to do past papers from January, past papers up until December, from every province. Try every province, and if you're willing, also do IB. They will help quite a lot. Past papers will do the job for you. So yeah, I would say past papers are very important in mathematics. And of course, maths is that particular subject where you are bound to get challenges. You will get challenges in your journey. So consulting is very important. So just try to develop a very good relationship with your maths teacher. Those people are very invasive, very energetic. So it's hard to keep up with them at times, but try to make that particular friendship with them or relationship with them, and also your peers, people that you can see with, okay, these people are doing well. Yeah, where you know that maths is going to be discussed, you must be there. People must find you there. You must also be there, part of the discussions, discussing past papers, discussing concepts. So yeah, that will also go a very long way for you.
Great, 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 great. Let's before we go to languages, because they also asked me to touch on languages, because I always ask serious courses or like serious subjects only now.
Languages are serious.
Yeah, serious.
Languages are very serious.
Serious language. Let's go to what do you do in exam room? People do past papers. People try everything, but they still come to level 1, level 2. Where is the problem there?
Yeah, that one is the real thing. So, but I think the training that you require for the exam starts during past papers. But let's leave that. Okay, so when you're in your exam room, it's very important that you prepare yourself for the paper, mentally, emotionally, psychologically. Your physiological rather aspects should be in check. You should be ready for the past paper before you are academically, before you are intellectually. You must make sure that you are prepared emotionally and spiritually. So that's why most of us start by praying. If you're not happy with praying, you can do whatever it is that something that will just make you relaxed, ready for the paper. Make sure that there's nothing that's stressing you out, and so on. And then when you get into the paper, now especially this is something that I did for mathematics. Now grade 11 and 10, I started from the beginning. That's what I thought, that's the best way to do it. Just start from the beginning. And so if you're doing your maths paper 1, you're starting with your algebra, making your way at the end. What's the last probability? If you're doing your paper 2, you're starting with your stats, then you end with Euclidean. I started in grade 12 to now have a certain approach in approaching the paper. So I always advise with paper 2, I always advise that you should start with Euclidean. I'm not sure if some people may agree with me, but I always say you should start with Euclidean and then leave the rest and do the rest after. So I would say there's always that topic that when you're at home, everything is going well, you're doing it, you're getting the correct answers. But once you're in the exam room, you start finding problems now. And that's what I experienced with Euclidean geometry. I saw that the problem with Euclidean geometry was not that I don't understand, was not that I can't understand it, but the problem was mainly the fact that my time. I never had enough time to do Euclidean. So that's why I started with Euclidean. So that it gives me enough time. So I think that should then allude to the most important thing in your past when you're doing papers is time management. Time management is very, very, very important. Never spend more time than the one that you're required to spend. So even when I encounter, for example, a 5 marks question, I will never allow myself to spend more than 5 minutes for a question. I would never, especially if when I'm done, okay, sharp, I've checked everything. Okay, I can then take, for example, 30 minutes to do one question, but never spend more than 5 minutes for a question. Make sure that you look at it. If it's giving you problems, if you immediately see that it's giving you problems, okay, just rush to the next question, unless of course the next question requires you to have the other answer. But if it doesn't, just do the next questions or do other questions. So the advice would be never spend more than the time that you're required to spend, or because it will affect you. It might not affect you in that section because you might spend 30 minutes on that question, or for example, you might spend 30 minutes on analytical geometry and end up getting every mark for analytical geometry. But then what about Euclidean that you have not touched? So you must make sure that you manage your time. You time yourself. Time management in past paper, in papers rather, is very important. As I said, it starts when you're doing past papers. You must make sure that when you're doing past papers, you time yourself. If you are doing a 3-hour past paper, you should also do it in 3 hours. But even you should do it in 2 hours 30 minutes.
So on the 1 hour you will check.
You are just checking. You should do it.
That's great.
Yeah, that will help you quite a lot. So yeah.
Okay, let's go to languages now. Like just touch that there in languages. Which one? Life science. Oh, we can't leave that one. It's one of our groups there.
I love life sciences. One of my favorite subjects, if I should tell you. And I think what pushed me in life sciences, I always observed the marks of other national top achievers, and I was like, why aren't they getting 100% in life sciences?
Yeah.
So let me be the first one. Let me try it and be the first one. And yeah, fortunately, it happened. So with life sciences, it's theory based life sciences. So you must be friends with your textbooks. Perhaps with maths and physics, yeah, not as much. But with life sciences, you must know life sciences in and out. When you're dealing with the eye, you must make sure that you know the eye in and out. So my first advice would be to look at your textbooks, read your textbook. If you study maths 5 hours, give in that 5 hours to also life sciences, just reading your textbook, going through your textbook. And also if you are struggling, of course, with the contents, because the first part that you have to master is the actual content. So if you're struggling with the content, you can just look at I would also advise you to look at people like Miss Engla on YouTube. She would also help you with that. So yeah, first understand the concept, master the concept. Make sure if they say explain DNA replication, you know it at the back of your mind, like your palm. Then past papers, and I think people don't emphasize this enough with life sciences, because you're always talking about doing past papers in maths and physics, but we never talk about life sciences. You would notice that life sciences, they just recycle questions. They are always repeating the same questions. So if you do enough past papers with life sciences, let me tell you this, you will never go wrong. You will never go wrong. So do those past papers, try and understand everything.
All right. Languages, fast. Let's not spend time there.
Okay, with languages, guys, languages are very important. Most people will notice that it's hard to study languages, especially paper 1 and paper 3. But with paper 2, and that's usually the biggest problem for us learners, or at least in English. In isiZulu, yeah, in isiZulu I don't know, but in English it's usually the challenge is usually paper 2. So spend time on that paper 2. I know people usually advise you to not finish your novels, because you can always find people explaining them. Just try and read and have an understanding of the actual novel. What is the novel saying? What is the short story saying? So do languages at least in your timetable. If you have a weekly timetable, you should have a weekly timetable. You should make sure that at least for 3 days in the week you are reading novels, you are reading your notes or your paper 2 notes. And then with paper 1 and paper 2, even before an exam, I know, guys, we know that when you're writing paper 1 and paper 3 the next day, that one is it's just a free day, we're sleeping. But make sure that you go through your past papers, because for example there will always be those questions. For example, in English, they'll always ask you, was the title effective? The way in which you answer that question is the same. The structure of that, of course, it will depend on the comprehension that you've read, but the way in which you approach the question will be the same. So just look at your past papers. I know people will tell you that, but it's not going to be the same comprehension. But just to understand how they answer questions, how to answer questions, and how they structure questions, look at those past papers for also your languages.
Right. Paper 3, it's your own story.
Yeah, paper 3 is
It's up to the
but
heart
know
of the format.
The format is very important.
All right. No, the formats.
The
Right.
formats.
Yeah.
Just look through your formats. You should not be failing to write a letter,
Yeah.
guys.
Without wasting time, how did you manage yourself? Like, did you participate? Like, you as an individual, what kept you moving, pushing you throughout, through, making sure, at the end, I get what I want.
I get what I want.
Yes.
Okay, so I was not a sports person, so I wouldn't say that perhaps I participated in sports to help me. I love watching sports, but yeah, struggle to play sports. So I think the most important thing, something that will push you, is of course having a very, very good support system. M- Matric is it's challenging mentally, almost every aspect. academically, physically, mentally, you will be challenged. That is something to not lie about. You will be challenged, but the most important thing is to have people that you will fall, but you must have people that will carry you as you fall, people that will be able to push you. And I think if you are looking for a support system, having great friends is always the best advice. People that will not only that you not only discuss just crazy things with, but people that you will be able to study academics, discuss academics with. If you have problems, you are struggling with a particular topic, some people that you can consult with, but people that will also carry you emotionally. Okay, for example, you've lost a family member or whatever, a emotional thing is happening in your life, people that you'll be able to say, okay, discuss this with. So yeah, I think it's very important to have a very strong support system, and that you can also have that in the form of your family, people that will be able to support you financially. If you need something that you know and understand that it will help you academically, you know that I can go to my mother, you know that I can go to my dad, my grandma, and so on. So, and also your teachers. You must not have teachers that believe in you, guys. It's very difficult to push if you know that people around you don't believe in you. So my teachers, I think even from grade 11, my teachers were telling me that, when you are going there, you are going to the nationals. So if you have people like that, people that support you like that, there's no way that you're not going to put that effort, because you know, okay, people have expectations from me, and these people trust me. So let me also do it for them. So it's very important. And the second thing that will perhaps keep you in check is having a consciousness of your goals. It's very important in Matric to know what you want. Because if you don't know what you want, you'll just be blown by the wind. You'll go wherever people are going. People are going to parties, you'll go there. People are doing this, you'll do that, because you don't know what you want. But if you know at the beginning of Matric, this is not something that you should perhaps look at during October before the exams. No, this is something that you should be having conversations with yourself about in January. From January, you should be looking at, okay, what is it that I want? What are my goals? What are my aspirations? After grade 12, what do I want to do? Because understanding that will then influence how you act. So if you tell yourself that, okay, by January, by the end of Matric, I want level ones for all of my subjects, then you'll be partying, you'll be doing this and that, because what you want has now influenced how you act. But if you know that, okay, by the end of Matric, I want to go to the minister, it means you're going to be putting 100% of your effort. It means that you're going to be studying every day. It means that you're going to be doing that timetable. It means that you're going to be putting your your most efforts. Yeah.
Right. Oh, nice. I wish I can go back to Matric, man, and fight again. We deserve another
Hey, I
one.
forgot watching Gift videos. There's a video of Gift that I watched. I'm not sure where you were, but you were singing that song Ulala Njalung Authority Level 7.
Yeah.
I watched that video, and it's videos like that. So guys, having motivation, I know we always emphasize discipline, that you must be disciplined, but also motivation goes a long way, because metric is very draining. So having people like Gift, I won't mention others because there are lots, your Damdizos, Endies, and so on, but I'm not gonna mention them. But having that motivation, it will go a long way, because yes, discipline will take it. Let me not badmouth discipline. Discipline is very important, guys. But it also helps, because there will be those days where you don't feel like studying, and then you go to YouTube, and then you come across a video from Gifts, perhaps interviewing Tabi, saying, okay, and after that 30 minutes to an hour, you'll be like, okay, this is what I want to do, and then you go back to studying. So guys, motivation is also very important.
Great. How many hours did you sleep?
Eesh, I'll be very honest, and I think I've been very honest about this. Hey, I procrastinated quite a lot in Matric. Procrastination was one of the biggest challenges that I had in Matric. But on my best days, I would sleep at least each 3 hours if possible. But don't do that, guys, because on the next day, I will just be sleeping the whole period. But at least get enough sleep. So at least 5 hours of sleep a day, or 5 to 7 hours of sleep. Aye, but not 7 hours when you're in Matric. At least 5 hours of sleep will do you very good.
Nice. Before we close, we want to know, what did you decide to study? As a national top achiever of South Africa, what did you decide to study at University of Cape Town?
Yeah, there were many options. There were many options. Of course, just like any other top achiever, or someone who looks like they might be a top achiever, you'll always be motivated. You'll always be told to go into medicine. So, of course, medicine was one of my choices. Some were motivating me to do to go and become a chartered accountant rather. So that was also a part of it. But ultimately, I would say God led me to actuarial sciences. So I'm pursuing my Bachelor of Business Science in actuarial science at the university in the mountains.
Ah, the top in the country and Africa. Okay. Well, right. Well, what made you the decision just to leave of actual science?
Okay, so I did mention that I was struggling to choose between medicine and actuarial sciences for the longest of time, even in December. I was stressed about results and on top of that, stressed about the career that I have to do. So I then told myself, I love both of these. I love both of these, but I can't seem to make a decision. So what I did, I saw a video one of these good days on TikTok, and there was a girl who's doing actuarial sciences. I decided to comment on the video and I was like, okay, I'm struggling to choose between medicine and actuarial science. What advice can you give me? She did not see the comments, but fortunately, another girl who's doing actuarial science at UCT, I should mention her, Olerato, saw the comment and she decided to DM me. She told me that, okay, last year, 2023, she also had the same problem. And then she told me everything about, because I think I knew almost everything about medicine. What does it take to become a doctor? But I didn't know as much about actuarial science. So she told me everything about actuarial science. She even went on to tell me the modules that that you do in actuarial sciences. And let me tell you that after that, I was so
Sure.
convinced. I was like, okay, this is what I want to be doing.
Oh, my guy. Can you look at them there? Right. This is the most important moment. It's been important, but this one is critical. What can you say to all the Matric of 2025 in the country that is currently watching this video? Just look at them there.
Matric 2025. Matric 2025. Hey, Matric is very challenging, guys. Matric will take its toll on you. It's challenging academically, physically, emotionally, spiritually. So you need to do your best. I know that perhaps you've been doing your best in grade 10 and 11, but now you have to put in your all. You have to put in your 100%. And I think I said this at the beginning, it all starts with developing some sort of consciousness about your goals. What do I want to achieve? What is it that I want to get at the end of matric? If you don't know that, let me tell you, matric will chow you. So the most important thing is just develop that consciousness. What are my aspirations? What are my goals? What is it that I want to achieve after matric? Because all of that is then going to trickle into the efforts that you put in. The efforts that you put in is informed by what you want to achieve. So that is the most important thing. And I watched a video one day, another gift video, and this guy said, I think one of the most important things to consider when you're in matric, he said, a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle, but instead the room gets brighter. What does that just means that if you have the means to help someone on your side, if you have the means to help, make sure that you do. If someone is asking you to help them with maths, make sure that you do it, because it is then going to help you. At the end of the day, it might not help that person as much, but it will help you, because those lessons that you have, those consultations that you have with other learners, they will surely go a long way. So guys, if you have the means to help. I know sometimes, for example, during exam seasons, yeah, it might be difficult to help another person, but if you have the means to help, make sure that you help. And most importantly, I'm a Christian, so I will never leave this out. Pray, 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 pray every day. Pray before an exam. Pray before every study sessions. Consult with God, and He will direct all of your steps.
Right. Trust not in your own understanding. Trust in the Lord. Yes. Thank you so much, my brother, being on this channel, Gift Varsity TV. Thank you so much. I am also inspired, and I know definitely they are inspired to become the best version of themselves. It's beautiful, my guy, when I see people DMing me, sending me, stopping me on campus. This channel has changed their lives. After watching that video, I got 7 distinctions, I got 6 distinctions, so that they can get into these serious courses, So, guys, I hope you are inspired. Please don't forget to leave a nice comment and like this video. Share it to any grade 12 that you know, to any grade 11 that you know, because getting into university starts in grade 11. You know, those grade 11 marks are important. Then you put the step with also grade 12. Thank you so much for watching till this time. Gift Kozekana here. I was with Mr. Shangase here. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Hola, 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 hola.